Our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is September 1st. Welcome to School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. My name is DeEtte, your host for the day. On this show, we talk about bringing awareness through words from spirit just to make life a little bit easier, a little less complicated, and sometimes just to help us. Life seems to be overwhelming. Life gets to be a little bit much, and I'm just here to say, hey, let's make sense of this. Let's give a further understanding, bringing my knowledge to you and see where we go with it. First off, happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday. Oh, my gosh. So what are we talking about today? Booyah. There's our page. As we know, we always bring in a little Neil Donald Walsh because he's truly inspiring, even though a lot of people don't remember him, and it blows me away. For me, he's quite an inspiring guy. Let's go from there. So it says, all of life should be an announcement. All of life should be an announcement. There should be only one consideration when making any decisions. In this statement of who I am, is this an announcement of who I choose to be? All of life should be an announcement. In fact, all of life is. You can allow that announcement to be made by chance or by choice. A life lived by choice is a life of conscious action. A life lived by chance is a life of unconscious reaction. God produces what you call forth. You call forth precisely what you think, feel, say, and it's simply that. So get out of your reactive mind and do some soul searching to create a truly genuine experience of you in the now moment. Decisions will be reached quickly. Choices activated rapidly because your soul creates out of the present experience only. Without review, analysis, criticism, past encounters, stop trying to figure out what is best for you. How you can win the most, lose the least, get what you want, and start going with what feels like who you are. Okay, to me, that should be a no-brainer. Although the way he writes it is a little complicated. It really is quite a complication, but let's kind of like delve in this a little bit. So when we're looking at the fact that most people, we are taught to think before we speak, think before we act, think things through, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we are taught that. From a young child, you're taught to think before you speak. I mean, really, think before you speak. Think before you make, those choices. Think before you have consequences. And grant you, that is all well and good. And honestly, yeah, we should be thinking. I don't want anybody just running all hairy-carry out there. But with that being said, there's ways to think in a way that is conducive to you and not to somebody else. Okay. Now, one thing here, it says, stop thinking about how much you're going to make, what's your best choice for you, blah, blah, blah. When you start to put that out there, you almost miss the opportunity. I won't even lie. You're going to miss the opportunity every time. Why? Because literally what happens is, remember when we've talked about thoughts become reality? That's a whole Mike Dooley thing. And I know a lot of people don't know him anymore. It just shows you how old school I am. But Mike Dooley coined the phrase, thoughts become reality. Okay. And it really is the core of what is called manifestation. And we've talked eons about manifestation. So this is kind of taking it to the next step, realizing that first thought that you have come through your mind is the thought of creation. Okay. It's really what is going to start the ball rolling for the next process. So what happens is you think right off the bat, this is when somebody presents you an idea, right off the bat, you don't have to think about it. What do I want? Yeah, I want to do this. But then what happens is we stop and we go, can't let that person know yet. If I kind of sit on this, as I ponder this, if I tell them we need to give a few moments, what you do is you start to really, really analyze the thought. You start to analyze what is going on through your mind. And you start thinking, what am I going to get out of this? What's my counter proposal? What is this the best for me? I mean, you really go through all this thought process. And quite frankly, you already thought you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. That was your initial thought. You knew immediately. You really did. But what happens is when you start thinking about the rest, you kind of cancel out what is really going to be amazing to come. What's really going to be amazing. Okay. You know, the best course for this to explain it to somebody is, let's give an example. I talked to a beautiful woman a couple of weekends ago. Okay. Did an amazing, oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing to talk to, not a buddy medium, but a medium that's been there doing that. It's awesome. But she's budding getting out into the public, budding getting into it. And literally, she goes, oh my God, it's like happening with the speed of light. She goes, I talk to my guides, they put thoughts in, and boom, we just do it. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, oh my gosh. And I thought to myself, because the key word was, it was happening so fast. The key phrase, not word. It's happening so fast. Like boom, boom, boom. And as I continued to the reading, then we talked afterwards. She said, you know what? I did the first gallery and it was nerve-wracking. She goes, I heard it from my guides. I said yes, I showed up. And she goes, I liked it so much that I just put out there, wow, I love this. And opportunity after opportunity after opportunity came. And the reason they came is because there was no hesitation. There was no, I have fear of this. There was no, I'm going to stop this. In the moment, she chose who she is, who she wants to be, what she wants to do, and she put that thought out there. And that thought is coming back to her. Tenfold. It is over and over and over. Big and beautiful. And I told her this next year is going to continue to be that process. But I didn't want to tell her that part that she's creating this because she's not in her way. Because I knew about the time I said that, she'd start thinking about the process. She'd start thinking about, should I or shouldn't I do this? Should I do this one? Should I do that one? Because what she's going to do is she's going to try to start orchestrating something to a final destination. Now, there's a second part of this where it says, you can either choose or not choose. Okay. Now, this kind of gets really weird. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about the choosing in the beginning. You have the thought, you put it out, this is what I'm going to do. Because you're putting that, this feels right to me. This feels amazing to me. I'm going to make this choice because it feels good. Now you can do the opposite. Okay. You can choose not to choose. And have you ever been told, even a not choice is a choice? Even a not choice is a choice. Because what's going to happen to you when you choose not to choose? Like, I'm not going to choose. I'm just going to, because trust me, I have been doing this a long time. Why? Because somebody once told me, just show up. Just show up. Let spirit guide me. Let spirit guide me. And really, to me, that meant was I didn't have to make choices. I just had to show up. I just had to be there. I didn't have to put a thought into it. I wasn't supposed to put a thought into it. I wasn't supposed to do anything. I'm just going to say yes to what spirit presents. That's not me making a choice. That is me inactive in my life and then wondering why I'm not getting anywhere. Why? Because I chose not to get anywhere. I chose to put my destiny into something else's or somebody else's hands and let them do what they wanted. And you know what they did? They said, you made a choice. You made a choice not to do anything. That was your choice. So through inactivity, through not making a choice, I made a decision and a choice to stay where it was. And I've had so many people go to me, Dad, oh my God, you've got all the goods. Why aren't you doing more? And I'm like, I don't know. Spirit doesn't want me to do it, blah, 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 blah. No, I made the choice. I made the choice a long time ago to stand still. Okay? By simply not making a choice. So more recently, I started to realize that, oh my gosh, Spirit led may not be like me sitting around waiting for spirit to make the choices for me. Spirit led is me making a choice of what I want. I'm making a choice. I'm going to do and put out there what's right for me, what feels good. And then I'm going to let spirit put it out for me to go, yes, 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 and keep going with it. Does that make sense? It's very weird. It's a different type of life. And it's not one. And I know a lot of people are going, well, that's what I do already. Is it? Is it what you do? Are you as happy as you can be? Excuse me, I keep having hairs in my face. Are you as happy as you want to be? Do you have everything you've ever wanted? Are you doing a job you want to do? Are you living where you want to live? If you cannot say yes to every question you could ever present to yourself, then you are not living a life of active creation. You are not living in a process of doing what feels right to you. Instead, you're living that life that you think you should. Or you're just doing it because, oh my God, I made my choice long ago, I'm stuck here. And that's really just not the process. It's not what it's supposed to be. Your life is supposed to be one that keeps evolving, keeps building, keeps growing, keeps doing more. Now, it's always mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing to me. Okay. And I will tell you what, when I was working as a nurse, off and on throughout the years, I'd go and work into geriatrics. For me, it was going home. Geriatrics is where I started because when I was a CNA and going through school to be a nurse, being a CNA was easy in a geriatric facility because I could work per diem, which meant, you know what, I could show up, get a lot of the same residents I knew every week, do the cares for them, get to know them, know what I was going to do every weekend, you know what I mean, and kind of go home. It was kind of a no-brainer for me. I knew I never wanted to be a hospital nurse, so I never wanted to put myself as a hospital CNA. And that's one thing I knew. I wanted to be a caretaker. Okay? I know that sounds really weird, but I knew for me to help the most was not to place me in a hospital. So that was one creative decision I made. And I never understood why I made that decision. Okay, I never did. But I did realize now, looking back, knowing I wanted to be a caregiver, knowing I wanted to be a healer, knowing I wanted to do something with my life, and I knew I wanted to understand life better to help people. Okay? So naturally, when I made that decision, Spirit then put me where I needed to be. And they put me in geriatrics, and they put me specifically in some nursing homes that were amazing. Because the nursing home they originally put me in right off the bat, literally the first day, oh my God, I got my butt kicked. I did not expect what I got. But it was a home that had a vast variety, a different type of patients, a different type of clients, residents. And what I mean by that, you had everything from vegetative state, Alzheimer's, dementia, there for convalescence, there because they just weren't able to really take care of themselves anymore. They didn't have the strength. All different types of ability to access their minds and their memories. It was amazing. And what I found myself doing is sitting down with these beautiful women or men and asking them the stories of their life by the pictures they had on their walls. Now you always had the man or the woman that was the housewife or the bread maker, and they worked the farm or a full-time job. They were the homemaker, and they just had this beautiful life together, and they raised their family and blah 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 blah. Not to say that's not beautiful, because some people that's exactly what they're here for. But for me, I knew it's not what I wanted. So I would sit down and gravitate to the women. It was always the women, because I'll never forget this one woman. She had this big black tattoo across her thigh. And over the years, the ink just kind of melded together. One of them original tattoos here. And she was this little old lady, and she couldn't talk anymore. She had full-blown Alzheimer's. And I remember staring at that going, wow, I wonder what kind of woman she was to have this mark. Especially at the age she was, because this woman I knew was born in the late 1800s or beginning 1900s. And that tattoo was a taboo. And I used to think, oh my gosh, what kind of a life have you had? The stories you could tell me. And it made me start to realize how many old ladies had these incredible stories. I met women that were, part of the original Woman League baseball. I met women that, today it's all over that women, ride motorcycles. Back then it wasn't. So the motorcycle riding women, the women that worked in the factories, during the war, the women that had multifaceted lives that forever changed and forever grew, constantly growing. And I go, why did you do that? Especially in that time, because that was taboo. And they say, I wanted to do that. It wasn't easy. Even when they had these things for women to do, it wasn't easy because it was going against their family. It was going against their society. It was going against everything they were ever taught. But it felt right. It felt good. And they said yes to the first thing. And their lives blew up after that. And what I mean by blow up is because their life evolved all the time because they constantly did. And you would ask them, well, why'd you do that? I just wanted to. It was there, so I did it. And this experience literally created the next experience and created the next one. I mean, you could say they were running on adrenaline or dopamine, what feels good. But that's really what's going to create your life. That's the story you want when you die. I will tell you, you have people that just want money. And not that that's a bad thing. I mean, I don't want to have to worry about anything now, let alone when I get old. So yeah, money would be really nice. Money is really nice. Let's be honest. Who doesn't want money? Right? But when I hit that age of 80 or 90, and I look back over my life, I want to see a life that I've had multiple different jobs. I want to be the person that looks like I couldn't hold a job because I didn't stay in one place for more than 5 years. I want to be the person that had a couple of relationships. I want to be the person that has so many friends and acquaintances that I can't remember them all. I want to be the person that's traveled everywhere. I want a person that did everything they ever thought they could do or wanted to do. I want to seem chaotic. I want to seem eclectic. I want my home to be riddled with all the crap of my life, the story of me. And I want to say I did it all because I wanted to and because it felt good and it was me. And that's the key thing. It was me. And that's what life is supposed to be about. Somehow in our worldly process, we went from doing what feels right, doing what you want to do, to some organized life system that literally said, you have to do A, B, and C. And we took out us out of the equation. We wanted orderly societies. We wanted order. So maybe that's really why religion came about, because religion used to be the original order for us. Religion was created as a process, not just for belief, because I do believe belief was there. I don't want to knock belief out of religion, okay? Because I think there's a lot of belief there, and there's a lot of faith there. But it really was created not just on the faith, but the belief system of saying you have to do X, Y, and Z the right way. And I do believe there was commandments there. I do believe there was. Why? Just to be a good person. To give you like a baseline. Don't be a dick. Excuse the language. But I think that's what the commandments are about. Just don't be that person. Okay? But the rest was somebody else telling us what to do. We've become zombies, per se, in our own life. And I know you're going to go, oh my God, I make all my own decisions. Do you? Are you living the life you want to live? There's a lady I know out there. Magical woman, magical. And I will tell you what, she went from being a person that everybody understood, everybody did, why she was successful as heck. Oh my God, she was so successful. I mean, she created her own business, and I'm not going to state the name of a business or the kind it was, but a business. And it was a very strong business that everybody came to her for in her community. Everybody did. She had a huge home. She was single, or divorced with a child, and she didn't need the home she had, but she had a huge home, beautiful home, the cars, she had it all. And then she created a whole event that literally went everywhere. This lady was known. This lady was looked up to. Society went, oh my God, she's got it all going on. Then one day she woke up. And what I mean by that is she looked around and went, what the heck am I doing? And it took her one vacation trip with some friends to go party in the ocean, basically. No frills, tear your hair, put your hair up in a bun, messy bun at that, throw a bikini on, go have some Mai Tais by the poolside kind of vacation in another, per se country. And when she was there, the world opened up for her. And she realized the life she wanted was the one she was having right then. It wasn't the life she had in the States. It wasn't about this business, because really what she found, yeah, she was successful, but she was never doing what she wanted to do anymore. She was constantly being run by a clock. She was making decisions based on money, by clout. She was no longer making any decision based on what was making her happy. None of it. So she got rid of it all. And when I mean all, she got rid of everything, right down to, I think, all of her clothes. I mean, there was nothing that she really had left. She kept a few items of her own. That was it. And she became kind of a dual citizen. She'd be in the States long enough to keep her citizenship. And she still comes back. And, she lives primarily in this other country. And she's created businesses down there, but every day is about her and her happiness and what she wants to do. Now, does anybody up here understand her? Not at all. Nobody does. And I do. I mean, a few of us do. A few of us here understand her. We get her. We're like, oh my God, go for it. We watch her story of coming back to the States and driving all over the United States, and she does like door dashing or whatever, but during, to make money while she's here, which brilliant. But she'll show up at a random church, or she'll show up at a homeless center, or one day she can be in Florida and 2 days later she's in New York, and you're going, oh my God, what are you doing? She's like, I just felt like going there. And she met the most incredible people doing it. Every time she feels the need to go someplace, she just goes. And the journey's magnificent. And then she goes back home to where she lives now and continues this amazing journey. And every day of her life now is what she chooses. She's not hungry. She's not worse for wear. She has a home. She has a way of life. Is it different than the one she created in the States? Oh my gosh, it is night and day different. But also what's different is her happiness, her evolution, how she feels about herself, how she feels about other people. She was a beautiful person before, but I'll tell you what, right now, she's probably as beautiful as I've ever seen her, because she's made these choices for her own life. Now, I'm not telling everybody to jump on that bandwagon of leaving and go to some other country and just going, hoot, hoot, gonna do this. But I am going to tell you, whatever it is you want to do, pay attention to your thoughts. Do what you want to do. Create, be an active create in your life. Think it, be it, do it. You have to start showing up for you. You have to start being an active participant in your life. And when you show up as you would not believe how many more authentic people are going to be around you. Because they're going to ask you, why are you so happy? Why? Because I choose me. I choose me. I choose my life. I choose what I want to do. I create the thoughts of my reality, and then I watch them just happen. And I know you don't necessarily believe me that that's how it works, but try it. Choose what you want to do. Make a conscious decision. Make it based on what you are feeling. And then see how your life starts to roll out. You're going to start to see what we say miracles happen. You're going to start to see them. Because remember, we are a slow-moving society. Why? Because we're in this body. It is a thoughts become reality. It is a life of miracles and magic. But it doesn't see that way. Why? Because it's slow-moving. You can put the thought out today, and it might take a week or two or a few months to occur. Because it takes a lot to put all of that together. Because once you put the thought out there, once you make a choice, Spirit runs with it. And they start to put all the blocks together for it to happen. But the neat thing is, this is what's really cool. When you put the first thought out there, that first decision out there, and you let Spirit start running with it. And the next day you make your next decision, you put that out, or next moment, or whatever this is. And you continue to do that without changing the first decisions. Reality catches up. And what happens is when all the blocks are in place and that first one happens, it's like, holy cow. Holy shit. And that starts to happen. Well, guess what? You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait weeks or months for the next one because you already started it months ago. And then the next one's there, and the next one. And it keeps going. And you keep making active decisions based on what you're feeling. And that momentum keeps going. Because even though it's a slow-going process, when you make the decision a while ago, they just catch up. And it's a constant coming through on every decision. Constant. Because that's finally where you're at. It's kind of like pushing that ball, trying to get that heavy ball, that heavy rock ball over the cliff. You push and you push and you push. You finally get it there. Just teeters over the side. And it starts to roll down. It gains momentum. There's no stopping it. But you had to work first to get it. So trust me, start making those creative decisions based on how you feel. And you're going to start to see life change. You're going to start to see evolution. Don't be surprised if life is not the same in a year from what it is now. But hopefully you're a heck of a lot happier. Okay, guys, we're going to take our first station break. And when we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud with our little Miss Addie today. See you in a few.
Explore your path to higher consciousness with Kelly Wagner. Meet Kelly Wagner, a visionary founding member of the Community for Higher Consciousness, ready to illuminate your way and empower you to live your best life. With her unique set of tools as a knower and seer, Kelly goes beyond surface-level problems, uncovering the why behind your challenges. She fearlessly asks the questions that lead to the ultimate truth. Kelly's insatiable tenacity ensures that you receive top-notch creative solutions. Brace yourself for a journey of self-discovery and empowerment as Kelly taps into her innate gifts, guiding you toward a life of fulfillment and purpose. As a psychic medium Reiki practitioner, co-host of The Being Curious Show, publisher of Edge Magazine, and master connector, Kelly's transformative approach creates win-win partnerships here, there, and everywhere. Let Kelly ignite your potential. Contact Kelly at edgemagazine.net and step towards a life aligned with higher consciousness. Discover more at you'vegotkelly.com. Life is full of crossroads, and navigating them can be daunting. But fear not. Join us on Navigating Life's Crossroads Pathways to Freedom with Leslie Wegleitner, your guide through the journey of self-discovery. In a world filled with inner conflict, external pressures, and the constant tug between your choices and others' expectations, Leslie will help you face your fears head-on. Discover how to choose your path authentically without compromising your true self. Our show explores the profound question, how can you find inner peace, align with your deepest desires, desires and make decisions that honor your unique journey. Leslie's wisdom and expertise will inspire you to embrace your own path and empower you to move forward with confidence and clarity. Don't let life's crossroads overwhelm you. Tune in to Navigating Life's Crossroads, Pathways to Freedom, and embark on a transformative journey towards self-discovery and true freedom. It's time to find peace within and make choices that resonate with your heart and soul. Join us and let's explore your path to a life you truly deserve at lesliewegleitner.com.
Hey everybody, look what we have, little Miss Addie. Now, our 5-card stud today comes from where?
One of my card decks.
Can I show it to him?
This is my confidence card deck.
Yeah, this is your Disney Princess deck, right? Let me see what it is. It's called our affirmation cards. Okay. So we got these cards for Addie when she was having a little bit of hard time with confidence, huh?
No, it was different.
It was different? What was about it?
I was having bad thinking problems.
Yeah. It wasn't good, was it? Did these cards help you through that? Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. So let's read back about it. These are cards that Addie still holds on to. It wasn't her first deck, but it was a deck just to kind of help her. So these are 52 ways to celebrate inner beauty, courage, and kindness. Disney Princess shares stories, advice, and inspiration in this collection of motivational cards and a companion guidebook. Each card will spark meaningful conversations, prompt positive thinking, help build self-esteem, and encourage kids to be kind to themselves and others. This was written by Jessica Ward, and the publisher is Insight Editions. Insight Editions, right? Insight Editions. This looks like what it is. It's a pretty cool deck, though, huh? Okay. We also like it because it's an easy open, huh? It does have a lot of pretty cards.
They're different colors.
And they got different colors. Okay.
It's green, blue, yellow, or pink.
Mm-hmm.
I've never mixed them before. I've never mixed them up.
But we're going to, aren't we?
No.
No? Okay.
Only
Okay.
if you put them in color coordination.
Okay. So the pink one are conversation cards. The yellow are activities, so they're doing cards. The blue, oh my gosh, are inspiration cards. And the green are affirmations. Okay. So not to mix these up, what I'm going to put these down is I'm going to put them down because Addie usually picks one out of that deck somewhere. So even though these are affirmation cards, I think we can do a full reading on here, don't you think? Okay. So I'm going to let Addie pick the cards. And she wanted to bring this in because these cards really helped her. And she would like to help other kids or even other people that want to talk about them. So the first card is an inspiration card.
Snow White.
What's it say? Can you read it?
I'm sure I will get along somehow. Everything's going to be all right from Snow White.
Right. So this card is really saying to look at yourself. Okay. I think the key thing is like everything is going to be all right. So what is going on is right now in your life, you're kind of feeling like, you know what, like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know if I'm coming or going. You're looking at life as a process of going, oh, I don't know if I can do this anymore. You know, you're worried. And this card is, if you pick card number 1, remember 5 cards says pick a number. So if you pick card number 1, this card is telling you, stop. You're going to be fine. Everything is okay. Everything's happening the way it needs to, and everything's okay. Card number 2.
And now we're going into the pinks.
Pinks? Okay. What's that one read?
I can't read it.
The accomplishment?
The accomplishment is I'm most proud of bringing
Honor
to my family. What have you accomplished that you made proud
of yourself? Made yourself proud. Okay. Beautiful card. And this is by Mulan. Okay. This card.
We watched the movie like 6,000 times.
I know. So we're looking at this is in this card, number 2. If you pick number 2, what we're looking at is you're kind of sitting there and you're thinking you haven't done a lot right. You haven't, what have I done? You're kind of doing the Debbie Downer to yourself. Okay. And this card is to tell you to look at yourself. Look at yourself. Start to pick apart all the amazing things you've done. What have you done? What have you done right? What have you done to help somebody else? Look at how awesome you really are at the beginning, middle, and end of the day. Okay. Stop looking at yourself in a down way. Look at it as a positive way, because the more positive you are, the more positive it's going to happen.
Danny, it's August 19th.
I know. Pick another card, please.
We're going into the yellows.
Into the yellows.
Because I'm going to do one of each color, and then I'm going to do an extra color of my favorite color.
Okay, so this is an activity. This is considered an activity card. Do you want me to read it, or do you want to read it?
You read it.
It says, name one thing that you will have that you love about yourself. It could be a quality like being clever, or a characteristic like being beautiful brown eyes. Now stand in front of a mirror and say, I love that I am clever. I love my beautiful brown eyes. Or gray eyes, huh? Because you got gray eyes. So, who is this? Do we know that princess name?
It is Tiana.
Tiana, Princess Tiana.
I know my princess as well.
Yes, she does.
Because when I was 4, I loved Disney princesses.
You did. So when we're looking at this card is really telling us, you know what? You need to start giving yourself some grace. Okay. Again, this card is going to give yourself grace. You're not going to answer wrong. Okay. You're not going to make the wrong choice. You're sitting in a place where you're going, I don't know what I should do. I don't know what I should do. And you might be thinking, you don't know how to make the decision. Maybe you need to go to somebody else to make the decision. You're kind of looking all over the place. And
why is this half of it? Oh, it was just half of it. Oh.
There you go. So this is telling you, give yourself some grace. You are more than capable to make these decisions and go forth in life. You are the one that has the strength, but you do have to tell yourself you have the strength. You have to tell yourself you can do this. You have to tell yourself that you have all it takes to make the best out of the situation. Next card.
Did you call me on your computer?
I called me on my phone. Pick the next card. We're looking at green now.
Come here, green.
Green.
Green, it is your time to shine.
Green is your time to shine. Okay. You going to read this one?
Okay.
Ooh.
We have another Mulan card.
Ooh, very nice. Another Mulan. I got this. You stop playing with that. You're going to click us out of there. I am a problem solver.
I am a problem solver.
The solution?
The solution to a problem might not be
the
obvious one sometimes. The most challenging part is the problem can be the key to solving it.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Now I'm going to pick another one.
And yep, you pick one more and then we'll read about that one. So card number 4, being I am the problem solver. You know what? This ends up being a huge one. This one ends up, no, because I don't want you playing with that no more. So when you're looking at I am the problem solver, okay, you are looking at something and you've been really sitting there going, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go forward. I can't figure this out. You're really stumped. And you really feel like nothing else in life can go forward until you've figured this out. But the problem is you're right in the middle of the problem. You're right in the middle of the problem, so you can't see it. You need to take a step back. You need to sit back here and go, okay, I need to see this thing as a whole, okay? Either go to a friend or a colleague and say, hey, I just want to kind of hash this out. I don't want you to give me your thoughts. I don't want your opinions. I just want to talk about this. Or take a pen and paper and write it down. Then look at it again. The answer is right in front of you. You're just too close to the problem to figure it out. So pull back a bit. Okay, last one. Ooh, who we got? Ooh, we love this princess.
We have Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
We don't have yet. Painting and singing and knifing and
knitting.
Knitting. I can't figure out the difference between the two.
That's okay. Playing. Guitar.
And healing people with my hair are some of things good.
I'm
good at. What are some of the things
you're good at?
How do you feel when you do them?
And
this is Rapunzel.
That's Rapunzel, huh?
And it is a confidence.
So when we're looking, it is a confidence card, huh? It's a great conversation card.
Leave.
Okay, you can leave. I told her she could do that, and then she could leave. Go brush your hair, babe girl. So when we're like, she's going to go be Rapunzel. So we're looking at this card. Again, I think this is the card of you kind of looking at yourself. And a lot of these cards about you being down, okay? And I think it's just kind of the way you're looking at it. Or you're kind of looking at things. You've got a lot. Wow, it's so weird. In this card, I just felt like also that I'm talking to those people. They're going, I need to make some decisions. I want to do something different with my life. You don't want to do your job anymore. Or you don't know where you're going. You're looking for that job, all of that. You don't know where to go, okay? You're sitting in this place going, there's no place for me. The market's full, whatever's going on. But what it is you haven't taken account of everything that you're able to do. Everything you're able to do. Let's take it from the homemaker. You know, they'll say, oh my God, I have no job experience. Really? Being a homemaker is the hardest job you're ever going to be. You're going to have to be organized. You have to be able to deal with money. You're going to be able to have to do multitasking. There are so many qualifications within homemaking that you don't even look at. And that's with every job. Even if you went to school and you got a degree, just because you showed up and did one job in that degree does not mean that's the only job you can do under that degree. It's a very vast degree. Every one of those is, unless you went for brain surgery. Then you're kind of pigeonholed. But look at all your skill set and then start to see how big that market opens up. Okay? So card number 1 was knowing you're going to be okay. Card number 2 was what are you proud of within yourself? Card number 3 was sorry, it's the princesses are messing me up. Card number 3, we're just going to see Tatiana. Card number 4 was Mulan, and card number 5 was Rapunzel again. Okay, when we look at all these beautiful cards, this card really is, oh my God, I'm going to say, I feel like we've just talked about this all morning. And this is really putting the ball back in your court this week. This is about you putting everything in your court. You are going to start making decisions on your own. You're going to get the strength. You're going to get the courage. You're going to go, I'm going to try this just once. I'm going to try this and see what happens. This doesn't mean you're just going to quit your job, sell your house, and move, to, say Afghanistan or something like that. This is just about you going, okay, I'm going to try what Diet says, and I'm going to see if I can make this work for me. I'm going to make one decision based on what I want, and I'm going to realize that I'm qualified to do this. Like, you are really good at this. You can do this, and you can run with it, even if you've never done it before. Whatever this might be, you're going to start chasing a dream. You're going to start chasing a wish. That's what this week's about. It's figuring it out, figuring out how to do this. And by figuring out, it's actively making the choice and then going for it. Because you can do it. Because you can do it. I like these cards, guys. Are they more of an inspirational card? They really are. But can you make a reading on them? You definitely can. And I will tell you what, guys. I had bought these cards for Adeline a couple of years ago. I think maybe close to 3 years ago, just shortly after she started school, like her kindergarten year. Okay. And she has been using these when she needs them most. Okay. So I will tell you what, for a child, I don't care if it is somebody that's 5 or somebody that's 18. Or even older. This is really a great deck. It's going to help with, hey, what do I need to work on today? Hey, where do I need to go today? What's happening in my life today? Less of an oracle deck, definitely much more of an affirmation deck. Can you use it as an oracle? You definitely can. You can also use it for some guidance. I will tell you what, guys, if you have children, grandchildren, nieces, even if you got the nephews, boys, girls, it doesn't really matter. This is a great deck for kids. And I'm going to leave you with that deck. So where are we this week? That's in Maine. Oh my God, I'm in Maine. I'm at the Augusta, Maine, at the Civic Center. Okay, I am at the Maine, the first of many annual ones to come. The first Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention. Okay, first ever. This is going to be a rock star, amazing event. I have been looking forward to this event for months. Okay. You've got the godfather of paranormal, John Zaffis there. Oh my God. I cannot wait to see John again. I miss him. We have got Patty Negree, April Bassett, Rob Thompson, all doing one gallery on Saturday. You have myself doing a gallery on Sunday at 4:00. I get to finish out the day. I get to finish out the weekend. My gallery is the last thing that's going to be in the room before the conference ends. So that's going to be rock star awesome. So many things are going to happen all weekend. This is a weekend action-packed full. I'll be doing readings all weekend, followed up with that gallery on Sunday at the very last thing. There's a VIP dinner going on Saturday night. Lots of fun, lots of entertainment. Do you have to get to Maine? Yeah, you do, but maybe you're already over there. Maybe you're by there. Maybe you're in New York. Maybe you're in Connecticut, Vermont. I know we're not quite close, but drive your happy tush up there. Come in, say hi, give me a hug, let me see your face, sit down, have a reading, enjoy everybody that's going to be there. I can't wait to see you guys there. With that being said, guys, we're going to say goodbye today. I cannot wait to see you again next Monday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DEET. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DEET. As a master teacher, DEET studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DEET better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DEET. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DEET is simple. Just visit her website, DEET.us. That's DEET.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DEET. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DEET guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DEET can help. Just visit DEET.us. That's DEET.us.